Good afternoon, good morning. This is Mark Johnson, the CEO of Loyalty 360. Hope everyone is healthy and safe. Welcome back to our Top 10 video series. As you know, Loyalty 360 is producing a weekly video series where we seek prudent and timely insight, analysis, and most importantly, best practices from a group of respected and recognized thought leaders in customer loyalty, hence the Top 10. The series is addressing the challenges and opportunities that those who are running customer loyalty programs are facing during this era of COVID-19. These are the issues that we, as a trade association for the industry, are seeing from the brands and marketers that make up our wonderful community. Tune in every Friday for new episodes in this series, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Leave us feedback as to what you would like to see in the coming weeks with regard to some challenges, opportunities, or even questions you may have around customer loyalty in this era of COVID-19. This week, we asked our top 10 leaders how brands should be making strategic investments in this era of COVID-19. As you know, budgets have been altered, sometimes even slashed. So marketers want to know how they should be investing their marketing dollars to get the most bang for the buck. Looking forward to seeing these responses. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Now is a great time in the wake of COVID-19 for every loyalty marketer or chief marketing officer to take a look at their existing loyalty program and go back and look at what were the goals and objectives, what were the critical success factors or key performance indicators that were measurements of success, and evaluate how have you done. And what we're finding is that there are many programs out there in the world today that have underachieved those results. And so when you're thinking about strategic investments, the very first thing you should be looking at is how's your current program performing, and what is the root cause of it underachieving, if that's in fact the case you're in. And when you dig into that then gets you to the point where you can start prioritizing where to make your most important investments. We also find when brands go through this process, very often it's the actual program strategy that is either outdated or perhaps was very narrow in focus. And so a great place to start is rethinking your program strategy to adapt to the world today and to reflect the needs of your business going forward. And then when you go through that process, it typically will have implications for other investments that you'll need to make to support that strategy. Every business is unique and is in their own unique set of circumstances, so there's no one answer that fits for everybody. That usually is a great starting point that we would recommend every brand consider. And when you go through that process, and we can help you with that process along with our partners, then typically you'll find what are the most strategic and high impact investments that you can make.
I would invest in my elite customers and program members. I would go all in on that. I would make it the most amazing, bombastic, passionate, crazy out there program that could possibly be imagined. It would have experiences and benefits and rewards and things that just can't be purchased or obtained anywhere else. And I would make it so amazing, and I would make it kind of self-funding in a way, because I would charge a fee. Because those at the top, they want to be on the in crowd. They want that status, and they're willing to pay for it. And they pay a modest amount, but they get an amazing experience that they brag to their other elite friends and colleagues about, and make them want to be a part. I would go all in on the most elite customers, and I would monetize the heck out of it.
So I know many of you in customer loyalty are looking to make strategic investments this year. And so there are three that I would recommend that I think are the most measurable and most impactful on your customer loyalty strategy. The first, great digital experiences. Second, customer lifecycle technology. And third, high quality first party data. And the reason I believe these three things are strategic investments to make this year is because I view the three of them as a flywheel effect, where we need to transition how we're viewing loyalty programs as more than just transactional, but as a competitive edge to engage our customers, learn more about them, and then personalize those experiences and products in a unique way. And in order to do that, you need to increase the investment you make in the underlying technologies that power these flexible digital experiences, the first-party data platforms to wrap it in context and to personalize it to our unique preferences, and to change the KPIs that we're measuring success by from click to conversions or simply raw purchases to an increase in LTV over a longer period of time. So again, the three areas that I would recommend as strategic investments: digital experiences, customer lifecycle technology, and high-quality first-party data.
At Kobie, we create enterprise value through loyalty. So we think loyalty should be the overarching strategy for all of your customer initiatives. That value is created not only by short-term transactions, but things like more lifetime value, higher engagement and advocacy, and lower churn. So rather than have a program that is geared to only a portion of your customer base and having CRM activities that are disconnected from loyalty, we think CRM is the execution of your loyalty strategy, and that loyalty should encompass all customers, especially your high-value customers.
For me, it always starts at the core. It always starts on the human side of things, and then kind of moves into technology from there in terms of investments. We have a lot of companies looking at different types of technology now that they've never looked at before. And again, it's all about finding out more of the story and where people are in an elegant way. This proactive loyalty that I'm talking about, we're seeing a lot of that. Where a situation happens in the world like the pandemic, and there are companies now that are proactively reaching out and saying, we're assuming that your story has probably changed, and maybe financially for you, you're holding on to your pennies, and so therefore here's what we want to do for you to help you through this time. And again, I think there are some smaller companies that might be a little more nimble and quick that are doing that really, really well. So I think we're going to be investing in more of the human touch side of it, so people. I think that some of the technology like chatbots and things like that companies are using, that's still going to continue to grow. But I think we're going to be surprised when we actually get a phone call, a proactive phone call from somebody saying, listen, we wanted to connect with you and just see how you're doing during this time. So it's going to be a little spendy, I think, moving forward, because we're going to go back to more of a human connected way, and then the technology will kind of follow up with that later. So it'll be interesting.